Hello and welcome to the white belt edition of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your white belt. Are we white belts or because I'm a white belt? You're apparently a yellow belt. You beat me last week, Kels.
Yeah, I'll take yellow.
Yeah, I will remain a white belt until I win.
That's fair.
You're here in the dojo of Neil. Hi, Neil.
Hello. You can just call me Sensei if you want.
Uh,
Or yeah, if you don't want, that'll do, I guess.
And we have with us a very special entrant into the Mortal Kombat tournament of Neil. We have Billy from the Trivia Rogues. Hi, Billy.
I'm a green belt, and I will not accept otherwise.
Wow.
He skipped you.
Pretty sure.
He totally did. I'm low man on the totem pole here.
Pretty sure Billy's a bacon belt.
Will you accept that, Billy? Bacon belt?
Yes.
Yes.
Sensei Neil? Would you tell us the rules,
The
please?
rules are every week we have a theme, and there are going to be 6 categories about that theme with 4 questions each. Each question is generally worth 10 points, maybe a few bonus points thrown in here and there. And then a final question where you can earn a whole bunch of points if you want to. And today's theme.
Ooh.
So a couple of days from the time we record this, and I think 2 days before we release it, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's going to be a total lunar eclipse. Did you know that on Sunday?
Yeah. Oh.
No.
I had no idea.
And so I decided that I would do a whole episode about the moon. The moon.
The moon?
All right.
All right. Since this is since I'm running the show, the first category in the moon is science. Question 1. An eclipse is a type of syzygy. What is the definition of syzygy? SYZYGY.
Well, that is a cool word.
Yeah.
Sounds like the title of a Rush album.
I'm locked in.
Hey, Billy, what did you get?
It's question 1, and
What'd
you're
I
already
get?
trying to cheat.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, what was my answer?
He's trying to get you to give him. He's
Yeah.
trying
Alright,
to get you to tell him the answer.
So my first answer was, I said, "How dumb do you think I am?"
I don't think you're going to get credit.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't think that'll get you credit.
That's not
but,
what syzygy means. Oh, hold on. I'm unlocking. Okay, now I'm locked back in.
I'm locked in.
Oh, Kels, you sly boots.
Okay.
I'm locked in as
Kels,
well.
what's your answer?
Is it an event involving the sun and the moon?
You know this isn't Jeopardy, right?
Maybe. Well,
Billy, what?
I know that,
Billy, what did you say?
but I'm putting it out there.
Yes, Sensei. I said I just said
Okay.
planetary alignment, or celestial, or some kind of body alignment having to do with
Okay.
space.
Devo?
That was a long answer.
Yeah.
My answer was very similar to Billy's. I said it was when a celestial body moves between the sun and another celestial body.
A syzygy is defined as a straight line configuration of 3 celestial bodies in a gravitational system. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the sun, Devo,
Wow.
but I'll give you credit for that.
Okay.
So Billy and Devo both got credit.
Yay!
And so they don't all have to be eclipses, because it doesn't the sun doesn't have to be involved, but the syzygy is a special kind of. An eclipse is a special kind of syzygy where one body is blocking the sun from another body.
I mean, the last time we recorded, Neil was in the tub. I never understood why, but I don't blame him.
It's his thinking place.
Everyone has their place.
All right, question 2.
Yeah.
Is true or false? Lunar eclipses happen on every planet in our solar system.
Locked in.
Okay. It was just a true or false, right, Neil?
It is.
Okay. All right, I'm locked.
Okay, Billy, what's your answer?
Well, I have a whole theory with true or false questions, and it's proven to be right about 90% of the time, and I just know it's gonna be wrong this time. But I said false.
Davo?
I also said false, but I did not hear what Billy's theory on true false questions was.
In due time, Davo. In due time.
Oh, the green belt keeping some secrets.
And Kels?
I also said false. I don't think every planet in our solar system has a moon.
Kels, you are absolutely correct. Mercury and Venus don't have any moons, so they couldn't have an eclipse.
All right.
I don't have munes.
So, Billy, what's your theory?
Are there any more true false in this quiz?
No, I don't have any more true false.
Okay. Well, in trivia, I've realized that a lot of time with true or false questions, it's more or less, kind of a thing. It's almost like it almost has to be the less likely thing. Otherwise, why bring it up?
I feel that.
So it's a psychological theory.
So it's like if, for instance, if say it said like something like for instance, we did, I mentioned it a couple times, but I love this segment, but like Richard the Lionheart. So if someone said true or false, Richard the Lionheart spent less than 1 year actually in his own city during his 10-year reign, a lot of people think there's just no way. But usually it's just the one that you think is less likely. That's why the only reason why they bring it up.
Oh. That makes a lot of sense. I like that.
Yeah, that worked in this case. I was kind of more trying to get to the fact that some of the planets don't have moons.
Yeah, no, that was brilliant. I didn't even consider that. I feel kind of dumb about that, but it all worked out. Yeah.
Your theory is still awesome, though.
Thank you, Grasshopper.
Man.
Question 3 in science. In 2008, the Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft confirmed the presence of water on the Earth's moon. What country launched the Chandrayaan-1 spacecraft? It's CHANDRAYAAN -1.
Well,
Could you spell Chandrayaan?
CHANDRAYAAN. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but I don't speak that language.
I liked it.
Thank you.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in as well.
Okay, David, what'd you get?
Oh, crap. Again, me first. Shoot. I went with India.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Kels?
I just guessed China.
Okay. Billy?
All right. I'm glad Davo at least said India too, because I feel like I'm looking at the word, and it's a very unique kind of word. I mean, not unique in a sense of its language of origin or origin language, but I think about the double A's and Chandra. It sounded very Indian to me. I wasn't sure about India, how their lunar program is, but that's what I guessed just based on the name.
Your logic is correct. That's kind of how I was hoping you would get to the answer, and the answer is India.
Ooh.
Woot. Woot.
Question 4 in science. So our moon is moving into a higher orbit all the time. Did you guys know that it's actually moving away from us?
No idea.
Yeah.
No.
So
Come back to us, Moon.
it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while for it to like move away from us. We'll probably not exist as a species, but by then, in fact, I don't know. Maybe the sun will blow up by then. I don't know.
Downer.
But anyway, so here's a multiple choice question for you. About how much does the moon's orbit change each year?
Ooh.
Is it 38 millimeters, 380 millimeters, or 3,800 millimeters?
Oh, that's my new joke.
That's a lot of millimeters. That's a lot of millimeters.
I'm locked.
I'm locked.
I am as well.
Okay. Kels?
I just said B.
Billy?
Well, I looked at the measurements as a whole. 380, 380, or 3,800. Why wouldn't they give us something a little more relatable as far as, bigger? I mean, you could say 2 inches. That might make more sense than so many millimeters. So I just went 38.
Okay. David?
I also said 38.
The correct answer is 1.5 inches or 38 millimeters,
Yes.
approximately.
Woohoo.
So that kind of
Woohoo.
sounds like, every 10 years it's, a foot and a quarter that it's moved away. But because the moon has an elliptical orbit, the variation during one rotation around the Earth is something like 20,000 miles. So that 1.5 feet every 10 years doesn't really add up very quickly.
Hey, man. Penny saved. 1.5 feet earned.
Wow.
Philosophy.
That was kind of pushing that metaphor a little bit too far, dude.
About 20,000 miles on an elliptical orbit?
That is such a white belt thing to say.
All right. After round 1, Kels has 10. Billy and Davo are perfect at 40. I made my science category way too easy.
Is that a diss on everybody in every conceivable way?
Sounds like it.
I mean,
how about everybody
take
just
it that
calm
way.
down for a second? Let's just all calm down. Let's all be cool.
Can I continue now?
Yeah.
Are you calm? Okay. Category 2 for the moon is sports. I think you guys will do pretty well on some of these. Question 1 in sports.
Right.
What is the name of the Cleveland Cavaliers mascot?
Oh.
Locked in.
I could tell you the Chicago Bulls. I could tell you the
That's
Denver Nuggets.
That's Benny.
Yeah,
And
Benny the
Rocky.
Bulls. Yeah, I know. I didn't know the Cavaliers had a mascot. I thought that was LeBron James.
Yeah, I'm locked.
Yeah. I'm locked too.
Okay. Billy, what did you get?
I said LeBron James.
Davo?
I said Carl the Cavalier.
Kels?
I paid attention to the theme at that, and I know what it is. It's Moondog.
It is Moondog.
Moondog.
Moondog. I think it was. Well, I don't know if this is going to be a trivia nugget, but I think he was a DJ in Cleveland.
I didn't have a nugget on that, but that's interesting.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Well,
So they named their mascot after a DJ or the third trumpet player from Parliament Funkadelic.
There was no.
I think Moondog is a significantly better name than Benny.
You
Stupid name.
But he's Benny the Bull. It's alliteration.
yeah.
Question 2 in sports.
Moondog.
What NBA
Moondog.
superstar caused a stir in December when he claimed that he thought the moon landing was a hoax?
Oh.
Locked in.
I am locked in as well.
Sure. Yeah, me too.
Devo?
Steph Curry.
Kels?
I also went with the oldest child of Dale Curry, Stephen.
Billy?
I went with the flat earth monstrosity, Kyrie Irving.
It was Steph Curry. He later said that he was just joking and didn't realize the power that his words carried, and he apologized kind of for
Yes.
the whole incident. Yeah.
Oh, what I said was stupid? Oh, maybe I should take it back.
I don't judge. Well, I do judge a lot, but in this case, I don't really care. Question 3 in sports. This is actually kind of a repeat from our space episode from, I think it was in December. Name the 2 sports that were played on the moon by Apollo 14 astronauts, Alan Shepard and Edgar Mitchell.
Oh, okay. I'm locked in.
And then there's a bonus. There's a bonus after that. It is 5 points each.
Yeah, I'm locked.
I know one.
I know one for sure. Frantic scribbling from the white belt.
Typical.
The typical white belt.
You just go stand there scribbling with all the other white belts.
And you had a bonus, Neil, or are you going to give it to us after we answer?
After.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, I'm locked in.
Okay.
I'm also locked in.
Kels, what did you answer?
I said golf and volleyball.
Okay. Billy?
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah, I put golf, and then for some reason, I'm thinking badminton.
Okay. Devo?
I put golf and tennis.
Well, the correct answer was golf. You all got that, and that was Alan Shepard who took I think it was a 6-iron up there, a modified 6-iron.
I think so.
And Edgar Mitchell basically threw a javelin.
Javelin. Oh, that's right.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I mentioned that in the space episode.
Ah.
Okay, so the bonus is, according to Mitchell, which one of those went further, or farther, or further, a longer distance?
I'm locked.
I'm locked as well.
I'm locked
Okay,
in.
Kels.
Furthermore, what went farther?
There you go, Davo. I went with the javelin.
Really?
Golf ball.
Devo?
Javelin.
The correct answer was the javelin.
Son of a-
And the reason was, if you think about it, he was on the moon in a pressurized suit that's really hard to maneuver in. So he had to hold his golf club with one hand and just kind of swing his whole body. He missed 2 or 3 times before he actually hit the ball. The javelin was probably a lot easier to chunk.
Yeah.
But it went about 4 inches. It went about 4 inches further, according to Mitchell.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow.
So Kels and Davo got the bonus on that.
2 points
Yeah.
each?
Nicely done.
Okay.
Okay, the last question in sports. Warren Moon played for the Houston Oilers,
Yeah.
now the Tennessee Titans, for 10 seasons during the 80s and 90s. He still holds 37 franchise records. He was a 9-time Pro Bowler, 1990 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, 97 Pro Bowl MVP, among a bunch of other honors. In college, he led the Pac-8 champion Washington Huskies to a Rose Bowl win over Michigan, and he was the Rose Bowl MVP. In what round was he picked in the NFL draft?
Oh,
This is either going to be like super easy and everybody knows it, or it's really obscure. I'm not sure which.
oh my goodness.
I was hoping you asked what his first name was.
I said Warren in them.
That's not his first name.
Trivia nugget after the question, Kels.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I'm locked in with a guess because stuff and things.
Oh my goodness. I've heard this somewhere. Oh.
I'm locked in.
I think the green belt's going to be kicking his own butt when he hears the answer.
Yeah.
Well, he's a green belt. He'll have the ability to do it, though.
He'll know how to.
Yeah.
I can't reach my own
Efficiently.
butt with a kick.
You still got some waxing on and waxing off to do.
I do. That Studebaker's going to look great.
Oh my. Okay. I'm locked. Oh, that can't be right though.
You didn't quite finish, so I guess you're not quite ready yet.
I'm gonna
Right.
go with my gut, but I'm locked.
Okay. What did you lock in with, Billy?
Okay, if I remember correctly, he wasn't in the NFL draft. So that's my
Okay.
answer.
That's your answer?
Yes.
Okay. Devo?
Well, from what I remember of Warren Moon's career, it started off with
Yes.
in Canada with the
Oh.
Edmonton Eskimos. So I don't think he was drafted either.
Kels.
I also remember that he started out in the CFL. He played football in Canada. So I also went with he was unselected.
Yep. The part I left out of all his accolades is that he played for the Edmonton Eskimos for 6 years and won 5 consecutive Grey Cups before the NFL, before Houston decided to hire him. He was the
So, Davo, you know what that means.
what? You all got it right?
He's a 5-time.
Oh.
5-time. 5-time. 5-time.
Man, I was so scared about that.
Grey
When
Cup
you said
champion.
round, I'm like, oh, that can't be right.
So he's the among everything else, he's also the first undrafted quarterback to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, awesome.
Okay, at the end of round 2, Kels has 47, Billy has 55, Davo has 67.
Oh,
Pretty high scoring game today.
Jeez.
White belt.
Category 3 in the moon is music. Question 1. This REM song was written to honor the comedian Andy Kaufman.
I am locked in.
I'm locked in.
Locked
too.
in.
Okay, Davo?
Man on the Moon.
Kels?
Man on the Moon.
Billy?
Man on the Moon.
All right. That's correct.
Yeah, now I know why they
I
named
know.
that movie.
I would
that.
not have guessed otherwise.
Thanks.
Question 2 is pretty simple. This is one of the top 10 best-selling albums of all time.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Kels?
Believe that would be Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the
Billy?
Moon.
I also said The Darkest Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
And Davo?
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, I made my music category too easy too. I hate it. I hate it when everybody gets it right.
Yeah, that's the worst. Be dumber.
All right.
Success is awful.
Well,
Hate.
I'm hoping I might catch one or two of you on this one. Question 3 in music. This I Spy singer released a single from his debut album called To the Moon.
Neil, can you repeat that?
This I Spy singer, so there's a song called I Spy that he sang, released a single from his debut album called To the Moon.
I'm locked in.
It's really hard for me to do modern, current music questions because I don't listen to any current music. But I know this I Spy song was, like a top 6 song for a big part of 2016 or 2017, I
Okay,
think.
the answer is not Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, we're scratching out Sammy Davis Jr.
Um,
I
I have
with
not
my
a freaking
little
clue. I'm
lie.
just gonna absolute guess. So I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
Okay, Dava.
I'm still trying to figure out what's a Cardi B.
Kels?
I went with Kyle.
Billy?
No guess. I have Adele.
The correct answer is Kyle.
What the hell's a Kyle?
Kai? What the?
I
What?
spy with my little lie. Girlie I can get because she don't get too many likes. Yeah, I like that song. It's really
What's a
catchy.
Kyle anyway? Is it like a Cardi B?
I don't know. I'm not as cool as Kyle as I don't know. Is John Denver still a thing?
Yeah, but I don't know if he did any moon. Okay, Davo, I think you might know this one. Question 4 in music. Keith Moon was the drummer for what classic rock band?
Oh, thank you. Locked in.
Oh, Jesus.
Yay, locked in.
Are we going to catch Kels on this one, though? Is the question.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, take that, Kels.
Yeah, you and your Kyle.
All right. I guess something. I'm locked in.
Okay, Kels, what did you lock in with?
Well, I feel like I'd heard the name Keith Moon before, but I could not associate Keith Moon with anything. So I wrote Sticks.
Okay.
Who?
Billy?
Who?
Who?
Can I
My
get your
answer is
answer,
the
Billy?
Who. Yeah, the Who.
Davo.
The Who.
The correct answer is The Who. So at halftime, we've got Kels with 77, Billy with 85, and Davo with 97.
White belt for the win.
I just want to make it known also, before we go any further, I have to say my piece. I actually know one John Denver song ever. So just saying, not that that's that's the only song I know. I'm not that John Denver guy. I know one song by him.
Country Roads?
It's Country
High.
Roads. That's thanks to The Office. But yeah.
Category 4 in the Moon is people. Question 1. Sherry Moon may be best known for her roles as Baby Firefly in The House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects, which were directed by her husband. Who is her famous husband?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Ooh, I hope this is right.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
Billy, who did you lock in with?
Oh, thank you for the clue. It was Rob Zombie.
Well, Davo.
Ooh, yes.
Rob Zombie.
Rob
She
Zombie.
has changed her name to Sherry Moon Zombie now.
Oh, how poetic of her.
Yeah.
That's
Question 2. What lunar name did Frank Zappa give his oldest child?
Oh, what did he name his?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Oh,
I have no idea if that makes you feel better.
I know this. I don't know. It's like, why do you name your kid this? Because just like prove a point. Like, oh man.
He never went to middle school. That's all that means.
It should be illegal.
You think the hospital should have veto power?
Yes.
Yes, I have a well, you did. You never said your trivia nugget before, there, Kels.
Oh, I think Warren Moon's first name is like Harold or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's Harold.
Harold Moon.
Yeah, Harold Moon, attorney at law.
Oh man.
Have you been in an accident? Harold Moon can help you with your mesothelioma settlement.
All right. I don't know. I'm locked in.
Okay, Davo. What was your answer
Yeah?
to this question?
What you need?
Yes.
You need an answer. It is a girl. His oldest child was a girl, and her name is Moon
Oh.
Unit.
Oh dang! I put Moon Dragon.
Billy?
I just said moon face ass crater.
Well,
Moony McMoonface.
unfortunately, Dave's the only one to get it correct. It was Moon Unit Zappa, along with her. You know the rest of the siblings, Davo?
I remember Dweezil. I know I know he has another son, and I cannot.
He's got two other
remember
sons.
his-
like-
There's Ahmet and I've forgotten the other one.
Uncle Skirt. Who knows?
Oh, yeah. So there's Moon, Dweezil, Ahmet, and the youngest girl is named Diva.
Wow.
Really? No
Set your kids up
Methuselah
for success.
honeysuckle.
I think the fact that their last name was Zappa opened a lot of doors for them
Probably
and
got
made
him
up for
passed.
their unusual first names.
Yeah, I mean, my last name could be Van Zeppelsmith. I'm not going to name my kid Rasputin or anything.
Category 3 in people.
So-
Whoa.
Well, hold on a moment. Hold on there. I have a trivia nugget.
Oh, you went to
Yeah,
school with Moon Unit?
No, in certain countries in Europe, like Iceland, you have to get approval for your child's name.
Oh, what a beautiful idea.
In
Really?
Iceland,
Approval.
In Iceland, it's because the population is very small, and it keeps people from naming their kid the same thing over and over. And it's also to keep people from naming their kids something that will impede them in future life, like Moon Unit, or the lady who was on the Southwest Airlines flight who named her kid Absidy,
Yeah.
spelled ABCDE. No, no.
You're just kids up to be fun. You might as well just name your kid like 60-watt light bulb.
All right.
That's all.
Question. Are we done?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. It's okay. That's all good. I just
Wow. We're sorry for trying to
No, I
educate
didn't
there,
want to step
Sensei.
on you guys if you're still riffing on names. I'm trying to be polite.
No, we're good. Oh, yeah.
There's time for
Methuselah
that.
honeysuckle.
So there is a rockabilly singer named Moon Martin, and he wrote a song once called "Bad Case of Loving You" (parentheses Doctor Doctor), which was made popular by which English singer from the 80s? Sorry, Dave. Or sorry, Kels.
Oh, I know you still love me, Neil.
Aw.
His favorite band is from the 70s.
Good point.
He has no excuses.
Really? So Parliament
Yeah.
did Dr. Doc? No, really?
But the fact that it existed before, just because you're a youngling and the music that he's referring to is from the 80s doesn't mean you don't have a chance of knowing it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there's an
Actually, I take it back.
opportunity. Yes.
I'm not saying there's a high likelihood.
The
Thank
version
you.
of the song
That's
was
all I
actually
was
released in
pointing
'79, so does a '70s song.
Even better for Kels.
to. Really? Is that even better?
Just step up with some more Kyle and Cardi B, and you'll be fine.
Your Cardi B hasn't been in this quiz yet. apart from your incorrect answer.
Oh, I can't think of their name. Oh, give me news.
I got a guess, but I know it's wrong, but I'm locked in.
I need them to give me the news.
They got a bad case
Oh,
of loving you.
no, they don't. Not right now. They don't. Oh no, I'm not gonna think of it. I'm locked in, I guess.
Okay. Kels, why don't you go first?
I just wrote down Rod Stewart.
Billy?
No guess.
A punt for Billy. Davo?
Ray Guy.
Lots of hang time. I went with Robert Palmer.
Correct answer was Robert Palmer.
Wow. I thought I must. I thought it was a group.
No. Well, I said which English singer.
He was in a super group.
Oh,
Yes, he was. In the Power Station.
Which was?
Yes, Power Station. Had members of Duran Duran in it.
And somebody else, I think.
Hungry
And
like
the drummer.
He was not Keith Moon because I think he was dead by then.
Way dead.
Oh, man.
Question 4 in Moon People. For which character is Soleil Moon Frye best known?
Locked in.
Locked in.
I have no answer. Again.
Oh,
You can
man.
take your time, Billy. You don't have to punt again.
Oh man.
Yeah. We're not blitzing.
Yes, that was the fastest lock I ever heard in my life.
It's because I only know her for this and that one episode of Saved by the Bell she was on.
What was the name again?
Soleil Moon Frye.
Soleil Moon.
You know what? Aside from the name, can you just give me the actual question again?
For what character is Soleil Moon Frye best known?
So one particular character. Oh man.
It's probably before your time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 30, so I really wasn't watching much. I mean, I probably wasn't watching. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't watching TV that I understood.
I'm shocked if you haven't heard of the character, though.
All right. Let me see if I can take a guess here. You guys both know, so I'm not super concerned about talking it out because, like, my first thought was like when I think about these things, like, man, I Blossom, but that's that chick from Big Bang Theory, and I know that's not her name. Mayim something or other.
Mayim Bialik.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mayim Bialik. Yeah.
My goodness. Okay, I have a guess.
Okay, what's your guess, Billy?
All right. I'm gonna just guess. I have no clue, but Punky Brewster.
Eva?
Half court heat for the win, Billy.
Oh my God! Are you serious?
Punky Brewster.
The correct answer is there was a 4-season sitcom on NBC. It ran from 1984 to 1988 called Punky Brewster.
Holy crap! I'm the luckiest guy
Amazing
alive.
guess, Billy.
Fantastic.
All right. After round 4, Kels has 97, Billy 105, and Davo's pulling ahead with 137.
Jeez.
Eye of the tiger, baby.
All right. Category 5 in the Moon is movies. So these are movies on or about the moon. Question 1. In this animated movie from 2010, a supervillain plans to shrink and steal the moon.
Locked in.
I'm locked in too.
Locked in, please.
Davo, please. What's your answer?
Despicable Me.
Kels?
I also said
Despicable
Despicable Me.
That is the correct answer. Question 2 in movies. James Bond interrupted the filming of a fake moon landing in which movie?
Locked in.
That was a Buddy Ryan-esque blitz on us there, Billy. Jeez,
Yeah,
Yeah, it's about time.
Erlacher.
jeez.
Feel like this is a trap, but
I
I'm
feel-
roll with it anyway. I'm locked in.
I feel tricked as well there, Kels, but I'm locked in with what I got.
It seems too obvious, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like a Roger Moore thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
Very Roger
So,
Moore thing to do.
So I'm gonna roll with the one I got. I'm
Kels,
locked
which
in.
movie did you guess?
I'm praying that it's Moonraker.
Billy?
I also went Moonraker.
Davo?
Moonraker.
So
No, don't Shirley Bassey Moonraker. Don't do that.
So I have to say, I'm not a big James Bond fan. I've probably seen some of the movies, but I don't really recall. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to go write a question about Moonraker. But from the synopsis of the plot that I saw, the Moonraker doesn't have anything to do with the moon. However, there is a movie in which he's being chased, I guess, and he stumbles onto this. It's a pretty funny scene. He's like on this. He's on this movie set, hiding behind a rock, and there's these two astronauts who are kind of moving slowly and kind of bouncing around. And then some cops run on, saying, "Oh, he's behind the rock!" And he runs off and he jumps into this like a lunar rover. And these two guys in the spaceships or spacesuits are trying to stop him, but they're moving really slow, and he just kind of jogs away from them. And then he gets in this lunar rover and just guns it through the wall of the movie set and is driving out through the desert. And that movie is Diamonds Are Forever.
Ah,
That's oh my god, that is in Diamonds Are Forever.
I haven't seen Diamonds Are Forever
In
since probably 1994.
Forever?
So I'm
It's been a
good
few
to go.
years.
Not knowing that.
Me and Andy watched it, and I mean, I love Sean Connery. It's bad.
Yeah,
But
it sounds like that movie was
I
that
forgot
movie
all
was kind
about
of
that.
panned for being a little bit too campy for James Bond.
well, that was just Sean Connery's big return. He was also older. I mean, because they used Sean Connery, then they had On Her Majesty's Secret Service, and they brought him back for one more movie. Yeah.
They had Lazenby, and then he was like, "I'll do it again."
Well, I'm happy. That was my first sweep of this game so far.
Nice.
First time I got all three of you.
You swept the leg. Swept the leg.
Cobra Kai.
Okay, question 3. In this 1946 animated short called Hair Devil Hair, Bugs Bunny is an unwilling volunteer to be the first Earthling to visit the moon. Once there, Bugs spoils a plan to destroy the Earth hatched by what character who made his debut in this cartoon?
Locked in.
I'm locked in as well. Oh, I don't. Yes. Crap.
Don't do that like you got it wrong.
I just thought of something. I
feel like this is one of those tricks again, but yeah, I'm gonna lock in. I think it's the safest answer.
Okay. Deva?
I went with Marvin the Martian.
They've stolen the space modulator. I
Billy.
want Marvin the Martian.
The Illudium Q-36 explosive space modulator.
That's affirmative, Sir Altitude.
Yes, the correct answer was Marvin the Martian, although apparently he wasn't actually named until they decided they wanted to start merchandising him.
Well, then Duck Dodgers in the 24th and a half century went to Mars and talked to Marvin the Martian with his little Porky Pig
Well, he
buddy.
was already on the moon, though, trying to blow it up.
Well, that's why Duck Dodgers had to step in.
He needs to mind his own business.
Question 4 in movies. The Dish is a 2000 movie, which is a slightly fictionalized account of the radio telescope used to transmit the video of the Apollo 11 moon landing to the world. What country was the setting for The Dish?
What? I'm walking in with guess of all guesses.
I suppose I will too. Not happy about it.
Okay, Kels?
I guess
Billy?
Australia.
I just took a random guess myself. I'm thinking like, if they, what's the? I'm not blanking on what the award is. Oh, the Nobel prizes. So I just went Norway.
Davo?
Well, I was thinking about where you'd put a giant dish, and I thought, hey,
Russia.
It's not going to be Russia. It'll be Canada. I didn't say it was a good thought, but that's where I went.
So for all the Apollo missions, they had these radio telescopes set up to actually, I think they were existing observatories, but they were in the right places for receiving the transmissions from the Apollo missions. One of them was in California. The other two were both in Australia.
Oh,
Hey,
that's incredible.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you were going to say they were in California. Like, why wouldn't I pick the U.S.? Why?
So in 2000, this was an Australian film, and in 2000 it was the highest grossing Australian film in Australia, and it sounds actually pretty interesting. It's a comedy basically. It's the fictionalized parts are like the Prime Minister of Australia goes to visit them, but that didn't really happen. And part of the comedy, I guess, is the tension between these astronomers that work there and the NASA guys. But they all actually got along really well. So that's the fictionalized part. But anyway, so it was the Parkes Observatory in New South Wales, for those who care about the details.
I do.
well, we have a large contingent of Australian fans,
I
Neil.
bet some of them have seen that movie.
I would hope so.
It was a big hit.
At the end of round 5, Kels has 127, Billy has 125, and Davo is 157.
Wow.
It's anybody's game.
Okay.
Anybody's
game.
The last category in the Moon Show is literature.
Oh.
books.
Question. I tried to put a good variety of books in here. Question 1. What extremely popular 4-book young adult series has a couple of books with lunar-inspired names?
Oh, locked in.
You don't sound happy about it, though.
I trust you understand why.
Ooh, like you're embarrassed, you know it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess. I'm locked in.
Okay, I'm locked in too. I felt peer pressure. Jeez.
Billy?
It can only be Twilight.
Deva?
Twilight.
and Kels.
Twilight.
Yep, the second and third books and I guess movies were New Moon and Eclipse. It is Twilight.
Were
Question
they?
2. Huh?
Were they?
Yeah.
I genuinely guessed. I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they
Clip.
were. Holy! I wiped that from my memory. Holy moly!
I kind of always assumed that the New Moon part was there for the werewolves, but I don't know. I didn't pay that much attention to them.
A werewolf not appear on the new moon, sure. That is canonically incorrect.
I guess it would be. I guess it'd have to be the full moon, wouldn't it?
Exactly, sure.
All right. Question 2 in literature. What 1947 children's story by Margaret Wise Brown features an anthropomorphic bunny's bedtime ritual?
I'm locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
David?
Good night, moon.
Kels?
Good night, moon.
And Billy?
I also have Good Night Moon.
It is Good Night Moon, of course. Okay.
I think we have it here somewhere.
Question 3.
I know I read that to my kids, and I'll probably be reading it to my pending child.
It's a transaction.
Well, it takes 9 months to work through, you know.
To germinate, I think is the right
Yes.
word.
It's 10 months, by the way. It's 40 weeks.
It is 10 months. It is 10 months.
For a lie.
Question 3 in literature. The Moon is a Harsh Mistress is a novel about a lunar colony's revolt against the Earth government, and it won a Hugo Award in 1967. Who is the author?
In what year?
1967.
I'm locked in.
I have no idea. I'm locked in.
Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to come up with it. Or any. I'm trying to think of someone that could fit there, and I'm just absolutely blanking. Wow. I got nothing. I'm just gonna say Douglas Adams.
Okay. David?
Well, it sounds like to me it was down to 2 or 3 people. I eliminated Isaac Asimov because it doesn't sound like an Asimovian title to me. So it was either Bradbury or Harlan Ellison, and Harlan Ellison's really grumpy. So I went with Harlan Ellison.
Okay. Kels?
I went with Ray Bradbury.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, one person that you left off, Davo, was Arthur C. Clarke.
That's a pretty major person, isn't it?
It is, but there's someone else. There's someone else you left off, which is the correct answer, of Robert Heinlein.
Oh, that's pretty major too. Okay.
Yeah.
I was way off on every.
Question 4 in literature. I'm kind of assuming that you guys will agree that a comic book is a form of literature. I think it is.
Yeah, sure.
Indubitably.
What is the alias of 9-year-old Lunella Lafayette, who is the smartest person in the Marvel Earth, beating out Tony Stark, Richard Reed, Amadeus Cho, and Doctor Doom?
In the Marvel universe?
Yep.
Oh, crap.
It's a pretty new character.
Oh, crap. Every time I get clarified, I gets farther back from the answer I had.
I'm locked in.
The answer coming to my head, I know isn't right. I'm also locked in.
Oh boy. Oh, my comic book knowledge is so pathetic.
Davo, did you know this one right off the bat?
I have an idea right off the bat, but it kind of got flummoxed when he said it's a kind of new character because the one I have isn't really a new character.
Oh,
Yeah.
But I have a new character that is kind of a, I locked in with A, but if it's B, I won't feel bad.
I got you.
how vague can I be?
Well, so hypothetically, if you thought the answer was Iron Man and you said Steel Guy, that wouldn't be the correct answer. In that case, the correct answer would be Iron Man. And that's the only one I would accept.
Okay, well, I don't know because I kept guessing, but I'm almost positive these are DC characters. But the only thing I can think of is the little flying girl in Teen Titans, the scary ghost one. But that's my only guess.
The scary ghost Teen Titan. Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
You
Raven?
I don't know. Is that the one?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna say Raven.
Okay. You can say Raven. It's not right, but you can say it. Davo, what did you say?
Well, I had two guesses. I locked in with my first one, trying to stick with the theme. I'm going to throw that. Does she have a dinosaur companion?
Yes, she does.
Then I'm right. It's Moon Girl.
Kels?
I just said Moon Girl because of the theme of the show.
Half court heave.
The correct answer is Moon Girl.
The one with the Raven, right? Raven. She's with the show with Robin, so that's DC, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I had never heard of Moon Girl. I think she was just created in like 2015 or something like that. But
she's kind of a. It's kind of a redo.
She's a sequel, yeah. Well, I mean, her comic is a sequel to one that was like from the 70s, I think. But yeah, she's an Inhuman, which means something to Marvel people, I think.
It does.
But yeah, she's a really, really smart 9-year-old African American girl whose name is Lunella, which I think is where the moon comes from. And she was certified by Amadeus Cho, who I found out is the new Hulk. Did not know that.
Yes.
As the smartest. Yeah, he's like a 19-year-old Korean guy is the new Hulk. But he certified her as, because she was able to solve some puzzle that he gave her or something like that. And she solved it almost immediately. And he's like, well, okay, that proves it. You're smarter than everybody else on the planet.
She, her buddy is like, was it Dinosaur Devil
Something
or
like
Devil
that, yeah.
Dinosaur?
I didn't write that down.
She has a big old T-Rex looking dinosaur as her buddy. The 70s.
I have a newfound respect for when I'm talking Star Wars and no one and this some like doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. I get it now.
All right. At the end of regulation, the scores are Kels with 157, Billy with 145, and Davo with 187. So before we get to the final question, when I was talking to a friend of the show, Jeff, about some of the moon questions, and he said you've got to have a question about moon pies. And so I actually wrote one. I was going to try to do a food category, but I was kind of having a tough time with that. But so I'll just kind of throw that out as a nugget for Jeff. Do you guys know what the 3 main components of a moon pie are?
You got the
Marshmallow.
cracker,
What specifically? What kind of cracker?
graham,
Okay.
and
Chocolate.
chocolate and marshmallow.
Yeah, they say flavored coating because there's a bunch of different flavors, but it's a graham cracker cookie, marshmallows, and a flavored coating. I think they regularly make vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and banana. And then they have an orange and another
Ugh,
flavor that are
God.
kind of seasonal, I think.
Orange
Here's
flavored moon.
They still make it?
oh yeah, they've
Yeah.
made it. They've been making moon pies in the same factory since I think 1917 or something like that.
That's crazy. Well, I mean, I know I'm making a lot of jokes about the whole Indiana thing, but I don't think I've ever seen a moon pie sold in any stores around me.
It's generally a southern food.
Ah, okay,
Very much a southern thing.
gotcha.
Yeah, my great grandpa loved them.
So I don't know if you guys knew this. I didn't know this, but there's a traditional beverage associated with moon pies, and there are at least 2 popular songs written in like the 50s through the 60s that mention moon pies and this soft drink in the song title. Do you guys know what that soft drink is? I think it's another southern Midwest favorite.
I think I do. One of your old favorite things out there is an RC cola and a moon pie.
Oh wow.
That's correct. There's a couple of songs. One of them's called something like "Give Me an RC Cola and a Moon Pie." That's the name of the song.
RC cola and a moon pie. They're delicious. Except moon pies are very much a mood thing for me. You know, you kind of have to see it and want it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get it. Kind of like Yoo-Hoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the banana ones are revolting. Utterly revolting.
Oh man,
RC was good.
I used to love RC.
Yeah, I had a friend from Kansas, and that was all he drank was RC. So when he was my roommate in college in Houston, and we had to go to different different grocery stores until we found one that actually sold RC cola.
Wow.
I'm scarred for life behind RC Cola, so I don't really fool with it anymore.
I actually
Scarred.
gave up caffeine about 6 years ago now. So I miss RC. That was a good drink.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I just threw that out there for Jeff. He's probably going to be mad that it doesn't count for anything, but I just thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Billy, since you haven't listened to last week's show yet, and it's a brand new format for us since last week, we kind of switched up the final question.
Okay.
What we're doing is I'm going to give you a topic, basically, and you need to name up to 10 items that fit in that topic for 10 points each. So there's up to 100 points available in this category. So I have in front of me a list of all of the named moons in our solar system, including planets and dwarf planets. So all you have to do is name up to 10 of them for me. I'll give you about 2 minutes to give me 10 moons, starting now. So usually when we do these questions, I'll go through the list and you guys tell me if you got them or not. In this case, there are so many moons that we're gonna have to do it the other way.
Oh, okay.
So why don't we start with Billy?
Okay. I had a few. I know Earth's moon.
Okay.
I got Io, Titan, Ganymede, Triton, Calypso, and Phobos. That's all I got.
Okay. I think, let me check real quick. I think those are all correct.
What my horse is named for.
Oh, I always think of the leather goddess of Phobos. Okay. Those are all correct. So that's 70 points for Billy, which brings your total to 215. Kels, what did you come up with?
Okay, I got Earth's moon, the moon, Ganymede, Io, uh, Calliope, Callisto, Europa, and Phobos.
Okay, so you had Calliope and
Is that Calliope?
yeah, okay, that's
Calliope,
what
yeah.
and
I didn't know
then
how to, yeah.
Callisto.
Calliope, okay. Callisto, Europa, and
Oh,
Phobos.
Um, yeah, I don't have Calliope as a moon for any planet or dwarf planet, but you're correct on all the others. So that is 60 points by my count, taking you to 217, edging out Billy by 2 points. So, Davo, what do you have?
The moon, Phobos, Deimos, Charon, Ganymede, Europa, Io,
wow.
Titan.
So, by my count, Davo got 8, but really
Nice.
only needed 3 to win. So, Dave,
3 to tie, 4 to win.
Yep.
I've been keeping score too.
And you got one of the dwarf planet moons, which I was really happy about. Charon is a moon of Pluto. So by my count, Billy has 215, Kel's 217, and Dava wins the day with 267.
Wow. Nice job, bud.
Thank you. I
Well,
am now a yellow belt.
Do you
Yellow
guys want to
belt.
take a guess as to how many named planets or how many named moons there are that you could have chosen from?
Oh man, there's.
Over 100.
Oh, I think that's a lot. I would say it's closer to like, uh, closer to 50, maybe. I would say.
Kels, you want to hazard a guess?
I have no idea.
So, by my
No idea.
count, which came from Wikipedia, I filtered out the ones that don't have official names yet, like the S/10007. I count 156 named moons.
Wow.
Holy Moses.
So it's interesting. They're on this on the Wikipedia table where they list them all. They list the discoverers of these moons, and so like the earliest ones were discovered by like Galileo discovered Callisto in 1610, for example. But then for some of the smaller ones, I saw this name pop up all over the place, Shepherd. And I looked this guy up. He's a astronomer who's younger than me, and he's discovered dozens of moons. It's really really interesting. A lot of them with other people, but and he's got two I think comets named after him, and he's just he's just out there looking for stuff. It's pretty cool. But his name's
Good
all
for
over the
him.
place. Shepard.
Wow.
Well, excellent moon trivia tonight, Neil. Wonderful category.
I agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are excellent.
So, if you'd like to hear more quality content like this, you can swoop on over to our Patreon, where we have bonus content that all ladlers of silver ladle and above gain access to for as little as $5 a month, which I think is pretty sweet. And every single dollar that we get here from you, from our lovely patrons, you know who you are, Susan L. and others, goes directly back into the show. We use it for equipment. We use it for software. We just want to make the best show we possibly can. You can catch us all on the Twitter at Ladlebrain. You can catch us at our website, brainladletrivia.com. Excuse me. You can catch us on the Facebook. And Billy, thank you so much for being here.
Oh no, thanks for having me, guys. I really have a lot of fun hanging out with you
Where
guys.
can they find Billy at?
That's what I was going to ask you. Is there where can we find Billy? And do you have any shout outs or anything you'd like to say?
Oh, sure. Well, I'm always going to shout out my wife, Elise, and my daughter, Evie, for allowing me to do this. You know, as soon as we're done here, I'm going to go back outside there and play with them. But I also want to shout out the Trivia Rogues podcast, which I am the host for. Me, my co-host, Don, Jeff, and Alex, who is new. But you know, I'm not usually the contestant. You know, it's a learning podcast. For your listeners who remember me from last time, probably remember hearing about all that. But you know, we do the learning, and we discuss topics so that we can do better on trivia nights or other shows like this. So if you like learning, hop over to Trivia Rogues podcast and give us a shot.
I thoroughly encourage all of our listeners to go on over there when you're done with our show, because we got to get our listeners first, Billy.
That's fair, man.
Bounce on over to the Rogues. They're a great show. I've been listening. I listened to this week. I like the 4-man team. I thought it was a good show this week. And where can they find you on the Twitter?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. I think we're just I think we're Trivia Rogues podcast on Twitter. I believe it's at Trivia Rogues, and that's ROGUES.
Wait, why aren't you at Rogues Trivia? Because we're like Little Brain, right?
Thought this was a new year, Neil. I thought we could get past this.
It's like cross multiplication.
Hey.
It just flipped it.
Hey, the whole moon's a stage.
Well, thank you very much, Billy. We appreciate having you. Thanks to everyone listening. From everybody here, this is Davo with Billy.
Yeah.
With Neil. I like that. That was great.
Was that Flavor Flav enough? Yeah. No, that's Lil Jon. My bad.
That's Lil Jon.
No, you had just enough flavor before you got into Lil. That was good.
Thank you.
Neil.
Bang zoom straight to the moon, Alice.
And Kels.
As a wise man once said, love, peace, and hair grease.
What?
Signing off.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.